Today, I'm working on a 490. 490. What is 490, you're asking yourself? I've not heard of a 490. Well, let me tell you. Started off talking with Daniel at Spodio, which is a app out of San Antonio, Texas, is where these guys are situated, and they mark or enable me to use my iPad or iPhone to mark every house on a actual topographical satellite image through their app, so that I can color code each house, and then I can look back and go, oh, that house, yeah, we talked to them, that house, they bought that house, so they're not interested, and just to keep track of all the data versus the old days of door-to-door sales. You have to write everything down on a sheet of paper to keep track, and it was just a nightmare. So Spodio is really good at it, but last year, after collecting all my data, Spodio deleted all my data. And so this year, I partnered up earlier in the springtime with a company called Keystone Exteriors here in Calgary, and I told them about Spodio, and they had 20 different door reps and teams that they were working with. They were so excited about Spodio that they adopted it for their whole team, and they said, and tell you what, Robert, thank you for sharing that. We'll pay for your Spodio as well. So for me and my door-to-door helper, we were able to get Spodio covered off for free, which was great. But I said, I want to make sure, I called Spodio, want to make sure that all that data is kept separate for the two different companies. So if we have a parting of ways, I hold on to my data. Well, sure enough, we parted ways in July, and guess what? All my data's gone again. So explaining to this guy that this data is the life of my business. I need that data. That's why I'm paying them to give me access to their app to maintain this data. And so when they tell me, oh yeah, it looks like we lost your data here again, we've got like something like 1,400, no, I think it was over 2,000 itemized segments of information per household, and for you just to delete all the data, that's not helpful. So initially, when I talked to him yesterday, he says, well, I'll check into it for you, and or I'll get one of the IT people, I'm going to create a ticket, they're going to look after it, they'll be in touch with you shortly. I said, okay, perfect. So I didn't hear from him, didn't hear from the IT person, so then I'm doing a follow-up today, and having an extensive conversation with him again yesterday. Very unique scenario that I'm presenting about wanting to separate the collective data into two different companies, so that now moving forward on our own, we can own and maintain our data, which they had assured me back in April they would be able to do. Trusting them a second time. Now, all your data's gone. So I said earlier in the conversation, I said, do you guys not have any competitors? Daniel says, oh yeah, there's Sales Rabbit. Sales Rabbit? No, Sales Rabbit. Oh, like the animal rabbit. Yes, perfect. And he's monkeying away on the computer on the other end of the phone in San Antonio. He comes back and says, yeah, it looks like the data's gone. I said, no, that's not an acceptable answer, Daniel. You said yesterday that you were getting a ticket set up. The person was going to help me. We're going to make sure that we retrieve and hold on to that data. And now you're saying, oh yeah, it's confirmed, yeah. I said, it's a little bit like, this is a door-to-door, this is an app, this is data, virtual company. If you had a bricks and mortar company that relied on the Air Force to protect your location from threats, and every so often, in the course of helping you, they accidentally fire off a Hellfire missile and blow up your building. That's kind of what this is for a virtual building, or for a virtual business. So I said to Daniel, that's not acceptable. I said, you got to fix it. I said, I'm growing my company. I will potentially be bringing on many more door-to-door people, meaning much more profit for you for each person I got to connect into your system. And for you to just accidentally delete all my data every so often is not acceptable. So I said, if I got to go to Sales Rabbit and move all this data, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll try to fix that for you and I'll get back to you. It's one of those times where I have to say, Lord, your word says not 7 times, but you, Lord, you said 70 times 7 times per day. 490 times per day I have to be willing to forgive people. So I had scenarios with Daniel and another app I rely on, Zoho, and my insurance adjuster. Scenario after scenario, situation after situation, even friends, and just one thing after another, offenses. But it's actually possible to live free of the offenses when we forgive people. So now I can embrace my 490 days, the days that I seem to approach remarkably close to that requirement the Lord said of actually having to forgive people up to 490 times per day. And I would suggest to you, and I'm finding out for myself, that when we can live those 490 days, we can live on fire, we can live powerful, we can live blessed. And what's a nightmare day for the world can actually be a day where we shine. Hallelujah, glory be to God. So I would say to you, my encouragement to you that we can actually live this way is to cherish and even embrace those 490 days the Lord gives you.